Hey guys, let's take a look at some Verne Langdon Zombie Mask collectibles. First of all, on the back there, it's the reissue Verne Langdon Zombie Mask from 2002. I actually received that in February of 2003, according to the certificate of authenticity there. Uh, that mask is by Kelly Mann and with a lot of input from Verne Langdon himself. The original mask, of course, came out in was available in 1972, and I think Verne only made like a very small amount of those, probably less than 30. I'm thinking. I mean, I don't know. I never owned one. I just know what I've heard and read, being in the monster collecting hobby. But anyway, here is a photo of the original Verne Langdon Zombie Mask from the creepy 1972 annual. And let's talk about Verne Langdon for just a second here. He was a multi-talented guy. He was a mask maker. He worked for Don Post Studios. He was a big part of the calendar masks in the 60s. He was also a makeup man and a composer. Uh, he released like 31 albums, and a lot of them, you know, are beloved by monster kids because they, uh, were part of the albums that we bought back then in the 60s and 70s. I think the 70s is when he started doing this actually with the albums. But here's one. Unfortunately, I don't have any of Verne's original albums, but here's a CD of The Phantom of the Organ, and it also has The Vampire at the Harpsichord on there. And it's classical music, but it's in spooky vein. See if we can get that. There you can see the names of those tracks there. It's kind of monster kiddish. And Verne also produced this An Evening with Boris Karloff and Friends album back in the 60s, which is a classic Monster Kid album. I wish I had one of the originals. I only have this CD that I made. And one of his newer CDs is Music for Zombies. I used to listen to this in the car. Instead of listening to classic rock like normal people, I listen to stuff like this. But anyway, you can see the tracks there. If it decides to focus for you, you can. There we go. It's pretty cool. I really liked it. It's fun to listen to. And of course, there is a picture of his famous zombie mask on the front. And for an item that is so iconic to monster kids and so important in the collecting hobby as the Verne Langdon Zombie Mask, it's when I learned that he made so few of them to start with, it just seemed kind of very unusual, actually. I mean, uh, those were high-end items back in the day. I mean, the Dawn Post monster masks in the back of Famous Monsters of Filmland and the other monster magazines and the Captain Company ads, those sold for almost $40, and that was a fortune to a kid back then. And not many people had those. You just about had to be wealthy or save up forever to get one. I have a few of the reissues from the like 1998 and 99 around in there, but I don't have any of the originals. And speaking of the originals, I think only like 3 still exist of those original Verne Langdon Zombie Masks. Uh, and when they ever change hands, I mean, it's for ridiculous money, just stupid money. But this reissue back here is number 15 of 30. When Kelly Mann did this one, with the help of Verne, of course, and his endorsement, he made 30 of them. And those, I never see those come up for sale either. I think those are in collections and they're staying there. I mean, I know I'm not selling mine. I'm not even a big mask collector. I'm just a monster collector overall, sort of, and I have a very humble mask collection, very small, not sprawling and huge housefuls of masks like some of these guys do. That's my favorite mask of all the of what few masks I have, like a dozen of the over the head masks, and that's my favorite. I just fell in love with his character for some reason. And I have some other items here. Here is the tiki mug and one of the swizzle sticks in there, and there's the box it came in. And here is the Verne Langdon Zombie action figure. That's number 13, and that's the box he came in. It's full of like moss. I just keep it shut. I don't. Still got the original moss, but big deal. But anyway, that action figure is pretty cool. I really like that. I keep that on, on one of my shelves. And here's another Verne Langdon Zombie Mask action figure. This one's by Brent's Dolls, which is a small company that makes very limited amount of action figures. They're almost customs. But that one's pretty cool too. I just wanted one in an 8-inch scale as well, so went ahead and got this one in there. There's a copy of like the ad on the back of it there. I really love that stuff, man. And here is the bottle opener. And of course, I'm not going to take that out to open bottles with. I'm going to leave it in the packaging because it's a collectible. And it looks cool on the shelf. But you could open bottles with it if you wanted to. Not me. I got cheap bottle openers for that. And here we have some of the pinback buttons, featuring some of his albums. There's Dr. Druid's Haunted Seance. And there is The Phantom of the Organ. There's The Vampire at the Harpsichord. And there's the Zombie from Music for Zombies. And I've got another one of those. I ordered a bunch of this stuff a few years ago. Glad I did too, because you can't get some of this now. He did one of John Carradine. There's another Vampire at the Harpsichord button. I think there's 7 different ones, so there was one duplicate. Well, no, here's another one, another duplicate. The Phantom of the Organ. And this is a different one. This is Music for Dead Things. Dirges to Raise the Dead. Yeah, there's 6 different ones of these. Two duplicates of them. And here is a sticker. Cool little sticker. Trader Burns. And he's got a lot of tiki bar stuff, and you can order, I mean, you can purchase a version of that zombie action figure that's in like a Hawaiian shirt and all that. Here's a zombie sticker. And I think you can still get some of those items on his website. It's vernelangdon.com. They're pretty expensive, but they're really high quality, and I can definitely recommend them if you're a Verne Langdon fan, which I certainly am. And I'm going to take this camera off and get a closer look at some of this stuff. There's a better look at the tiki mug with the swizzle stick in it. And it's got like this insert that goes into some detail there. And that's a real cool box that it came in. That's worthy of display on its own. And there's 5 more of the swizzle sticks. They came 6 to a package. Let's get a better look at the zombie mask itself. It hasn't deteriorated at all. I checked everything out prior to this video, and every so often I take it off of that Frankenstein poser that it's a Sideshow Frankenstein poser that I keep it displayed on. And you know, there's no sticking problems or no issues whatsoever. The poser is really cool looking. I like those posers. I have the Wolfman also. But the zombie mask looks so cool on there, even at the expense of covering up the poser's face. I'm going to keep displaying my zombie mask on there. And there's the certificate of authenticity, which is from 2/24/03, number 15 of 30. Came out in 2002, 30-year anniversary. Here's the label on the box for the action figure. That's number 13. Well, I would like to get this. I'm going to see if I can get this aggravating thing to actually focus here. Yeah, his record label was called the Electric Lemon. There it mentions the calendar masks and of course, the zombie mask. And you know, I mean, he did so much. He was also like a magician and a wrestler on top of the other stuff. So he was really a multi-talented guy. And there we go. That just about covers the things I have regarding the Verne Langdon Zombie Mask and Verne in general. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you later.